Dear friends of the European movement in the United Kingdom, let me express my gratitude and satisfaction to accompany you today, I am sorry, in a video message, in order to discuss the ongoing challenges connected with the Conference on the Future of Europe. First, I'd like to thank Graham Jones, member of the National Council of the European Movement UK and chair of the Oxford Region section, for this very kind invitation. I am very glad to participate with the British affiliates to the European movement, also beside my colleague in the EP and member of the conference secretariat, Richard Corbett. Last Sunday, the 9th of May, the Conference on the Future of Europe was launched. It is a historical moment that we're living by remembering the founding of the European unity. But also, the Hague Congress in 1948, if you remember, was an initiative of the organized civil society at the time, at the initiative of the Union of European Federalists, and also the European movement was born in that Congress. And then this was translated, that spirit, in the Schuman Declaration of 1950, and the legal application of that political statement, the Treaty of Paris, 70 years this year, last 18th of April. As you know, for instance, Winston Churchill played a very important role in that Congress. The Hague Congress came after World War II, and now, in the pandemic era, we have this Conference on the Future of Europe, which before the pandemic was already planned, and now is more necessary than ever. Both are two fundamental impulses to the European construction. As at the Hague Congress, the Conference on the Future of Europe should provide an important space to the organized civil society, in addition to the representatives of the different institutions. We need to launch a joint reflection to pave the way for a new treaty, a more federal treaty. With the launch of the European Recovery Plan, with the common issuance of debt, and the future establishment of new pan-European taxes, and the launch of the European Health Union, for instance, with the central purchase of vaccines, we are already witnessing an acceleration of our integration process. So this is why the Conference on the Future of Europe is the space to send a message of consolidation of these developments, two federal steps, the Recovery Plan and the Health Union. And I think with the conference we can obtain a political mandate from a strong majority of citizens, organized civil society, pro-European governments, regional and local entities, and European and national parliamentarians, so we can come up of this conference with a proposal for a new treaty that has to go through a convention and then an interinstitutional conference. Following this crucial moment, the last 9th of May, the Union of European Federalists, the International European Movement, and the Spinelli Group of members of the European Parliament launched the manifesto, Our Sovereign Europe, to which more than 450 personalities from 5 different political families have joined, in addition to 16 former prime ministers, 4 former presidents of the European Parliament, representatives of civil society, intellectuals, etc. I encourage you to join this public appeal through the UEF website, federalist.eu. The Conference on the Future of Europe must bring the necessary responses that we need to tackle transnational challenges like climate change, the migrants who arrive in Europe, but also to improve citizens' living standards and the quality of European democracy. For all this, we need to connect these new policies with institutional reforms, specifically overcoming unanimity and national ratifications, empowering the European Parliament with the right of initiative, and also the power to co-decide on the issuance of debt and establishment of pan-European taxation. We can also constitutionalize climate neutrality in the treaties and incorporate the European Pillar of Social Rights. The convention that is to be convened, in my view, after the Conference on the Future of Europe, will work for a year and months. In addition, at this time, it has to be tabled a project that can be eventually approved in an intergovernmental conference, and why not ratified by European citizens in the election to the European Parliament in May 2024. As a final remark, I would like to encourage our friends from the European movement in the United Kingdom to work closely with pro-European members of the European Parliament and activists in order to prepare the way for you coming back into the Union. For that, I'm convinced that we need a strong social majority in the United Kingdom. We have to work hand in hand in the months and years to come, so we can, maybe with the support of new, more cosmopolitan generations, pave the way for a return of the United Kingdom when it belongs to the common European home and family of nations. Many thanks. Good work and good luck.